In today's video, I give you 8 reasons why I am vegan. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I jump into the video, just a quick reminder as always that I'm now offering the SIBO, organic acid, stool tests and consult via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. Now, as I've said a few times on this channel, I didn't initially transition onto a plant-based vegan diet for ethical reasons. I lost both parents prematurely to chronic diseases and a sister from leukemia. Obviously, a lot of health anxiety from all of that, but it was a chance encounter with fork over knives 8 years ago where the penny finally dropped for me. Now, for me, as I always say on this channel, I don't care for 1 minute how a person finds their way into veganism. It could be health or even environmental issues. But whatever route that you entered into veganism and you start thinking more about your choices, you will ultimately get slapped in the face with ethics at some point. And as the saying goes, veganism, once you know the truth, you can't unknow it. Now, even though I ate animals in my childhood and much of my adulthood due to cultural conditioning, I have always been an animal person, but I just never joined the dots. I would love nothing more as a child on a Sunday afternoon than putting on David Attenborough, who is without question one of the best natural historians ever. I have always had a strong emotional bond with animals, big or small. So whether I saw them through my small black and white TV as a child, or whether it was the slow worm that comes to the bottom of my garden that I kept as a pet. This curiosity and love of the natural environment is something that has not or will never fade. Now, as I said, I didn't transition into a plant-based diet due to ethical reasons, but I quickly learned that as individuals and as a collective, we have the power to fight for the rights of animals, or in many cases today, as we are seeing, we take full advantage of their vulnerability. Now, for me, when I joined all of these dots together and I realised that animals are so similar to humans on so many different levels, there was no going back. I know my favourite childhood dog, Rex, exhibited many of the same emotions that I did and do: love, fear, sadness, joy, and everything in between. And every species in the natural world has these qualities and many others similar to ours. So being a parent, wanting to protect your children, the need to socialise, the need to set up your home for your community, the need to explore and travel, and the need to feed. So my love of all animals is one of the main reasons why I'm vegan and why I harbour zero desire to eat any animals or their products. But this is not the only reason. So number 2 for me is my health. And for me, this is right up there with ethics. As I said, my family health history and also my own health history has been traumatic. A plant-based vegan diet has enabled me to take back some control over my health destiny. Now, don't get me wrong, diet is only one piece of the jigsaw. There are lots of other areas that play into your overall health outcomes, as we see in people in blue zones around the world. Exercising regularly, having a good sleeping pattern, having spirituality, having life purpose, and also having a healthy social network of people around you is just as important as diet. But on a daily basis, when I'm consuming fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, beans, and everything in between, I am taking a small piece of control for the time that I'm luckily given on this planet. Number 3 is a step on from number 2, in that I truly love the foods that I eat. So when I was eating animals or their products, it was always the same. A piece of fish or meat for dinner, a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch, and a dash of milk in my coffee. But today, as a vegan, I have so much more variety and choice. Fruits and vegetables, smoothies, home-baked fresh bread, and even the occasional vegan muffin. There are 350,000 plant species in the world and approximately 80,000 which are edible for humans. So why on earth, with all of that choice, would I settle for steak, eggs, fish, and cheese? I'm going to aim for as many of those 80,000 edible plants before I leave this planet, and I'm certainly going to enjoy it. The number 4 reason that I'm vegan is the environment. Now, hopefully over the next year, I will have the opportunity to raise a family. Now, most sensible people will acknowledge the impact that animal agriculture is having on the environment and also the planet. So for me, who is wanting to start a family, I want to do everything in my power to ensure that my child has a sustainable and healthy environment in which to grow up in. Number 5 is world hunger, and as we know, well over 820 million people are currently hungry or starving on this planet. And as we know, we are growing enough food to feed 10 billion people. Yet despite this, much of the food that we produce is being utilised in the animal agricultural industry to produce burgers for Western societies. So for me, these statistics and others are some of the main reasons why I choose not to eat animal products. Now, not for 1 minute am I stupid enough to suggest that you simply take the animal feed and give this to humans and everything will be okay. This kind of approach would not yield a balanced diet for many of these people starving. There are also some populations in the world that could not go vegan because of the economical situations, political situations, cultural situations, and so on. The answer to world hunger is so complex. That being said, we are growing a lot of crop that could be used to help a lot of people in need, and that just doesn't sit right with me. Number 6 is simply that I have no need to eat animals. So the body needs just over 90 nutrients for optimal health, essential amino acids, essential fatty acids, minerals, vitamins, and everything in between. Aside from vitamin B12, which I supplement with, I can get all of these other nutrients on a plant-based diet. Therefore, if I can and I can be perfectly healthy on a plant-based diet, according to most health organisations around the world, then why would I choose to eat an animal unnecessarily? Number 7 is that I get to save lots of money. Now, don't get me wrong, you can eat a very expensive vegan diet. But my staple diet is focused around whole foods, fruits and vegetables, rice, beans, whole grains and nuts and seeds, which are extremely well priced compared to chicken and steak that I used to eat in a previous life. And finally, number 8, I sleep easier at night living this lifestyle. I know I'm doing the best I can for myself eating the diet that I'm following. I know that I'm not taking advantage of vulnerable animals. I know that I'm playing my part in the fight against climate change. And when I personally link all of these reasons together and many, many others, I sleep with less baggage. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.